I've always been able to see what others couldn't. That's what makes me an artist, I suppose. The ability to look at an empty canvas and see what it might become. My father, Marcus, never understood this. To him, a blank canvas was just that, blank. A waste of good money that could have been spent on something practical. Our small London flat was a perfect metaphor for our relationship. Cramped, tense, the walls bare of any decoration except a single framed photo of my mother. She died when I was 15, and since then, it's just been me and Dad, orbiting each other like reluctant planets, never quite connecting. My dad, Marcus, well, shall we say he was old school, traditional, ethical, and a big part of the local community, a postman by night and a socialite by day. Now don't get me wrong, I loved my dad, he was my rock and my island, but when it came to my art, that's where we could never see eye to eye.
Jay, he's a good boy. He's just a little misled with all this fancy dreaming of being an artist. He'll grow up one day, I guess, and get a proper job.
Now, the day started like any other day. My Uncle Jerry was round lecturing me in the kitchen about getting a proper job, just like my dad does, and not wasting my time on my art and my job as a DJ in the local club, Rage, which I did for money to pay for my art college. Tonight was a big night at Rage. A lot of out-of-town crews turning up. It could get messy. Dad hated me working at Rage and would constantly text me all night to see if I was okay. The mood in the club that night was edgy to say the least. The word was, a crew from North London were in and looking for trouble. In that moment, my life changed forever. The bullet had missed the guy and hit me straight in the top of my left shoulder. Everything went dark. It was like being hit by a train. My life literally flashed before my eyes. It felt like Mom was there behind me, ready to catch me. Or like she had sent someone to catch me in that moment. It was the strangest experience of my life. It was insane. So, when I finally woke up in hospital, Dad was there, demanding answers. My shoulder was killing me. I felt really sick, and nothing was making sense.
Jay, it's me, Dad. What the hell happened down there tonight?
There was a crew from North London making trouble, Dad, and I guess I got in the way somehow, in the crossfire. Man, I feel so rough. Fast forward a couple of days, and I was back home, feeling much better now. The bullet had apparently not done as much damage as expected and had just ricocheted off the bone, leaving me with a nasty flesh wound. Something to tell the grandkids, I suppose. The good news was, the police had caught the gang and they were all facing a very long term in prison. That evening, Dad was off work and walked into my room holding a piece of paper.
How you doing, son? How you feeling? Someone at work gave me this today. It's for an art competition I thought you could enter.
Oh, Dad, thank you so much. You don't know what that means to me. I love you, Dad, and thanks for looking after me. Let me see the flyer. Do you know what? This was the first time my dad had shown any interest in my art, let alone encouraging me to enter an art competition. I'm guessing he was afraid I might want to go back to Rage to DJ. This made me so happy. Just look at that prize money. That would pay for another year at college for sure. It was time to get busy. The deadline was May the 20th and today was May 10th. I had an idea. It was a vision I had of my mum. It had stuck in my mind from the moment that bullet hit me.
I don't think I've ever seen Jay so focused on anything. Day and night he's in his room at the moment painting. I really hope he can win this competition.
I honestly think Dad was more excited than me about entering the competition, and his enthusiasm was infectious. Life at home was great, chilled, and a positive vibe. After probably 8 days and 8 nights I was finished, it was done, and to be honest, it was a masterpiece, if I say so myself. The piece encapsulated everything that had happened to me that night, especially the sensation Mom was actually there. My angel, my guardian. This painting meant so much to me and Dad too. I submitted it on the day, now all we had to do was wait 1 long month. Well, after 1 long month, today was the day. The results for the competition were in. Me and Dad headed over to the new community center where the winner would be announced. I was so nervous.
Don't worry, Jay, you got this. It's your time to shine, son. I believe in you. Art is your future, you get me?
Dad had been so supportive over the last month or so, I couldn't thank him enough. I hope I wasn't going to let him down. And this walk down the aisle felt like it took forever. The level of work submitted was incredible. I don't know if I can compete. For third prize was this piece by Julia Jones called Summer Sea, so cool, colourful and vibrant. And for second place was this piece by Paul Windsor called Unity. Such a powerful message in this creation. I love it. This was it, I guess. The big moment. I had seen 10 other pieces that could easily beat mine.
So, this brings us to the winner of the London Art Festival 2025.
Images of the journey that had brought me to this moment began to flash in my mind. All I'd been through. The unconditional love from my dad, the support from friends and family, and of course my mum, who was my guardian and my angel.
And the winner is Jay Thompson with Angel and Guardian.
And there you have it, my story, and how in life when you are met with adversity and uncertainty, if you are surrounded by the right people, you can achieve anything.